now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a major heel turn incoming, bad news for WWE superstars, WWE introduces a new ban, John Cena scolds a fan, a wrestling legend retires, the truth behind Pat McAfee's absence, plans for WWE titles revealed, and much more. Now our first story looks at a major heel turn incoming. Our top story today takes a look at a recent interview from Cody Rhodes, who has shockingly revealed that a heel turn could be on the horizon. Cody Rhodes has been cemented as a top babyface in all of WWE since his 2022 return, and although some fans, and the final boss The Rock, have been pushing for Rhodes to turn heel, there aren't any plans from WWE's side to turn the American Nightmare. But with that being said, the former WWE champion spoke at Fanatics Fest, and Rhodes revealed that he's got 1 to 3 years left as a babyface, and then the heel turn will officially go down. The being good guy aspect of it, I don't get tired of it because I get to have all those moments. I do think we're probably at the tail end of it though, because there's only so much someone can like you. I'd like to do it until the end of my career, but at some point it's like, alright, all we do is cheer for him. Eventually fans are going to see someone else. I get that. I think you've got a good solid year, maybe even 3 years, because I'm not changing until I'm changed. My hair is naturally dark, I don't know if I can go back, but if The Rock had it his way, I would have been changed already. So I think he sees something I don't, and that's a very smart individual, so maybe I follow his lead. But this isn't the first time in which Rhodes has openly expressed interest in turning heel, and his comments will no doubt lead to a ton of discourse on social media. Next up, plans for the WWE titles revealed. Due to Liv Morgan's injury, the women's tag titles have been in a state of flux. Fans have been speculating that Roxanne Perez may simply take Morgan's place, and according to a new report from PW Insider, with Liv Morgan out injured, the expectation within WWE is that Roxanne Perez will team with Raquel Rodriguez as the women's tag team champions. This is probably the most sensible move on WWE's part. However, the tag division needs significant work. There are only a select few tag teams across the entire company, and the women's tag division needs a major reset if WWE are going to make the titles actually mean something once again. Next up, bad news for WWE. Now, sadly, there's been some WWE injuries that have been reported. According to the reliable Bodyslam.net, WWE star Chad Gable is officially on the shelf with an injury. Sources have confirmed to us at Bodyslam.net that the angle with Penta and Chad Gable was done because Gable is currently dealing with an undisclosed injury. The segment was put together to write him off or reduce his workload temporarily while he recovers. No timeline has been given and no details on the exact nature of the injury have been shared internally beyond undisclosed, but it was significant enough to require the change. Gable has been WWE's workhorse in recent months, and during Money in the Bank weekend, he's wrestled a total of 3 times between Worlds Collide, Money in the Bank, and the post-PLE Raw. This hectic workload was bound to catch up with Gable, and hopefully he's able to take it easy until he fully recovers. It's also been reported that Gable's former tag partner Otis is out of action. According to WrestleVotes, it's unknown if Otis is hurt or is just taking time away from WWE due to personal reasons. It sadly also means another injury, as El Grande Americano is also injured as well. It could only mean one thing: Otis is El Grande Americano. But the bad news continues on, as where is Drew McIntyre? Drew McIntyre hasn't been seen on WWE programming since losing to Damian Priest, and whilst fans may be expecting McIntyre to return in time for SummerSlam, there's no imminent return set for the former WWE champion. According to WrestleVotes Radio, nothing is in the pipeline, but when he does return, he should be put right back into the main event scene. Now, it's believed that McIntyre was working hurt for quite a while, and his extended leave of absence is WWE's way of giving him a chance to heal and rest up. Hopefully he comes back even stronger. Next up, WWE trademark a new nickname. The Wise Man is no more, as WWE are officially calling Paul Heyman the Oracle. WWE are so adamant on making this new nickname stick that they recently filed the official legal trademark for the term. WWE trademarking the new nickname indicates that Heyman and Seth Rollins' alliance is a long-term plan, and WWE will do their best to get this new nickname over with the fans. Next up, WWE introduces a new ban. Now, it's an unwritten rule that WWE fans aren't allowed to film content out Raw and SmackDown. Whilst this has been an unofficial rule for years, fans still proceed to do it, and unless WWE and the arena are feeling overly strict, they just let fans record without a fuss. However, as of Raw this week, WWE have had a massive crackdown on fans taking photos or videos during the show. One fan who attended Raw this week took to X to state WWE apparently has a policy, I don't know if it's new but I've never heard it before, where you aren't allowed to take pictures or videos during the show, and our security people are harder about it. I'll be at AEW shows moving forward, laughing my ass off, exhausting. The fan also confirmed that security was shining lights at the direction of the camera lenses and threatening to confiscate phones if fans didn't stop taking videos or recording videos. It looks like WWE is firmly establishing this as a set rule for anyone attending any of their live shows. It'll be interesting if any similar stories surface related to these strict guidelines. Next up, John Cena scolds a fan. John Cena had an unpleasant exchange with a fan at Fanatics Fest this past weekend. During the event, a fan decided to film Cena as he made his way through the event, and Cena would confront the fan and urged him to ask for consent before filming people without their permission.
John Cena, can I get a picture? Appreciate it, John Cena. What you wearing?
I'm a big fan of consent, right? So if you'd like to take a video.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I apologize.
Moments later, Cena would then return to the fan and apologize for walking away from him, but he reiterated that it's always important to ask for permission before sticking a camera in someone's face. Despite his annoyance at the situation, Cena handled it extremely well. He didn't raise his voice and he managed to get his point across to the fan without humiliating the fan. Next up, will Goldberg be booed? Well, one wrestling veteran believes that Goldberg could be booed in his final ever match. According to Tommy Dreamer on Busted Open Radio yesterday, due to how WWE handled Goldberg's Raw segment this week, he believes that fans may firmly side with Gunther in the upcoming World Title Showdown. When I was listening to it, Goldberg came across more as the aggressor. We talked about tone and inflection. I thought this should have been more of a humble Bill Goldberg than "I'm gonna kick your ass." All that stuff could come across as arrogant. Then I heard Gunther's promo and I knew he was right. The fans are cheering for Gunther. Hopefully the fans don't boo Bill Goldberg on his last match, because they were certainly cheering for Gunther. A Dreamer shares similar feelings to fans on social media, as a lot of the criticism that was directed at the segment stated that Goldberg came across as cocky and didn't feel like a babyface presentation. Dreamer would also share his alternative pitch for the segment, which sounds considerably better. If he would have said, "You know what, like I'm 58 years old, man, but sometimes when I hear my music, I become 28, and then, after the matches, sometimes I feel like I'm 78. But if you're gonna insult me in front of my fans and my family, I have to stick up and then build to that rage, as opposed to just this level at all times." But the WWE Hall of Famer still has one confirmed TV appearance before the match, so WWE still have an opportunity to change the narrative and ensure that the legend isn't booed in his final ever matchup. Next up, the truth behind Pat McAfee's absence. Pat McAfee has been absent from the Raw commentary table for a number of weeks now, and it's not been explained where exactly he is. That is until last night. During the last few minutes of McAfee's show yesterday, McAfee will reveal that he's been totally exhausted and needed a break from WWE. Continuing to just kinda catch up on life as a whole, post Money in the Bank pre-Night of Champions was getting pretty exhausted there. So shout out to everybody at WWE for looking out for me too, very, very thankful. McAfee has had a busy lineup since WrestleMania and even had to train and then wrestle a PLE match versus Gunther. The WWE schedule, despite live events virtually being abolished, is still extremely hectic, and it's certainly appreciated that McAfee was open and honest regarding how he was feeling. It's unknown how long McAfee will be absent from his commentary duties, but for now, Corey Graves will be filling in for him over on Raw. Graves' Raw work has received endless praise on social media and even behind the scenes in WWE, as it's been reported that Graves has received top marks. Graves is continuing to deliver double duty for WWE as he remains on NXT as well as covering for McAfee on the Red brand. Next up, KROSS thanks fans. KROSS has taken to X to thank fans for their support, and he credits them for WWE booking him on Night of Champions card versus Sami Zayn. All of you online and especially live at the shows made this happen. Stay loud for what you like and what you want to see. Keep it positive and they will always listen. In closing, I told you I'm very big on loyalty. When you show up for me, I'll show out for you. But this type of post is the exact reason why fans have taken to KROSS in recent months. He clearly cares about his work, and he evidently cares about the fans and the audience. A wrestler actively thanking the audience for supporting them and crediting them for getting them on a PLE is wonderful to see, and it's only going to make KROSS's reactions louder and louder in the coming weeks. There are calls to see KROSS finally turn into a babyface, and although this has been heavily teased on Main Event, with KROSS shaking hands with fans and having positive reactions with the audience, WWE is still placing him in that heel role, facing babyface opponents. KROSS is set to face one of the most popular wrestlers in the entire company at Night of Champions, and it'll be interesting to see how the crowd reacts to the former NXT champion in Saudi Arabia. Finally, a wrestling legend retires. Our final story today takes a look at news relating to wrestling legend Abyss. Abyss has been working behind the scenes for WWE for quite some time now, and there's been prior speculation that Abyss may cameo in a Royal Rumble, but that's never materialized. The TNA Hall of Famer was recently interviewed by Sean Ross Sapp Fightful, and Abyss would officially confirm that he's retired and won't be stepping into the squared circle ever again. To answer quite frankly, I'm done. I don't have plans to ever wrestle again. Never say never, but I don't see it in the cards, and I don't want it in the cards. I'm so happy what I'm doing as a producer. Now, Abyss has an elite reputation as a producer for WWE, and he's produced some classic matches over the years, including Punk vs McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell, and the WrestleMania 39 triple threat between Gunther, Sheamus, and McIntyre.